Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. The chat is up and running. How's everybody doing today? Hey, it's Friday. Come on. Last night was wonderful. I watched football. It wasn't my team, but it was still entertaining. You got to root for the underdogs this late in the season, you know? Every time they can pull off a win, it's a good thing. So what's on your mind today? What do you guys want to talk about today? Not how boring my life is. Come on. Let's talk about something good. If you having trouble getting into the chat, you need to go to youtube.com and download the Discord app. It's free. The show's free. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No midstream ads, no sponsors, no commercials of any kind. I'm not trying to sell you anything. There's nothing behind a paywall. I'm not the star of this show. The people in the chat are the stars. I'm not trying to become an online influencer. I'm not running for political office. I'm simply trying to meet and talk to people from around the world for fun. I know. It's just so bizarre to have somebody in 2025 that's not trying to chase you down and tackle your wallet. Okay. I know, it's just bizarre, isn't it? There's no set agenda. There's no script. We don't have to talk about any one subject unless you want to talk about it. The only thing we got to do is we got to stay within the community guidelines established by YouTube. As long as we do that, we're golden. Talk about anything you want. For example, I had quesadillas for dinner last night. They were wonderful. This is not a themed show. We can discuss anything you want to discuss. What's on my mind today? The football game coming up Sunday for the Lions. I'm a Lions fan. Okay. I don't apologize for being a Lions fan. I just accept it. And I hope you do too. They're in trouble this season. They've got to win out in order to be guaranteed to get in the playoffs. They can't lose a single game. If they do lose a single game, then they need help getting into the playoffs. Other teams have to lose. They're between a rock and a hard place, in my opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. This is just a real important game. Well, let alone the fact that, we're going against Matt Stafford, our old quarterback. Our secondary is depleted. The guys you see on the field Sunday are going to be, they're known as the Legion of. Never heard of these guys. I guarantee you they're good or they wouldn't be on the Lions team. Nobody's going to recognize their names and they're going to do their jobs. Kind of like the rest of us, right? Nobody knows who we are, but we go and we do our jobs every day. I believe it's the 425 game. I haven't checked. I probably will tonight. I'll probably be watching Tom Grossi tonight on his Q&A. And while that's up, I'll probably do some online research. I'll probably look at this channel's analytics, as a matter of fact. Well, I look at the analytics. It doesn't mean I know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. YouTube offers me all kinds of information. They just gave me a sticker yesterday. Told me I was doing a great job. Ethan Hernandez, welcome. Bless you as well. What's going on, Ethan? What's on your mind today? Smoking, drinking, chasing girls? What are you up to? What part of the world are you in? Ethan Hernandez, 7607. Shrooms? Man, I haven't done those in years. I want to try ayahuasca. All right, I've been to Long Beach. Beautiful. You must be filthy rich. I don't mean that to be facetious. I'm just saying it's expensive to live in California. I want to try the ayahuasca. I was basically watching Joe Rogan talk to some people about it, and it sounded interesting. I've done acid, of course, mescaline, back in the 70s. But, mushrooms, I haven't had mushrooms since my last Grateful Dead concert. That was probably 25 years ago. Ayahuasca, it's a natural mixture that comes out of the Amazon that has hallucinogenic properties. Supposedly, you can basically get an outside overall view of your life and the path that you're on. And supposedly helps you sort some things out when you're looking at your own behavior and your own choices over time. I smoked some DMT probably 15 years ago out in San Diego. That was a really bizarre experience, let me tell you. I mean, really bizarre. Not in a bad way. It's just different than any hallucinogen I'd ever done in my life. I smoke pot daily. Okay. Generally, about 5 minutes after I end this stream, I fire up a bowl. Personal preference. I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything that would be illegal or bad for them. DMT, let me tell you, the taste is so bad. The taste that was in my mouth of that was so bad, it stayed with me for 2 or 3 days. Dabs, I'm not sure what you mean by dabs. That was the drawback with the DMT to me, was the taste, the fact that it stayed in there. Oh, the wax. I haven't really smoked any of it. I'm more of a, well, number one, I'm more of a cigarette guy, okay, when it comes to smoking. But as far as hallucinogens, to me, marijuana is the least taxing on the body. Personal opinion. I think that some of these drugs are extremely powerful. Someday I'd like to try peyote. Someday I'd like to try ayahuasca. But both of these, they fall into a category in my mind anyways. And that category is, in moderation, it's probably not too bad. But if you do it too much, I could see where any of it would be harmful. I used to like the mushrooms, but there was no portion control. And every time I go to eat them, I always felt, is this too much? You know, I wouldn't want to overdo it. I had a problem the last time I did LSD. And mind you, we're talking about the late 70s for me. The last time I took LSD, I ended up taking 10 hits of Microdot in 8 hours. That was too much. I was out of control. I honestly believe that anything that you can do in moderation is probably going to be okay. But anything that you take too far to an extreme is probably going to end up being detrimental to your health. And that I felt I got that way with the LSD, so I stopped taking it. Mushrooms to me are natural. It's organic, right? I'm more nervous about chemicals. Yeah, there was a lot of different forms of LSD back in the day. I really don't know how prevalent it is in our society anymore. But in the 70s, you had Microdot, you had Blotter, you had 4-way hits, a severe concentration. It was very easy to overdose. But you could peak on acid back in the day. You could peak for like 4 hours, and maybe you were going to be stoned for a total of 8 to 12 hours with Microdot. Hallucinogens, human beings have been taking hallucinogens since the beginning of time. The pharaohs in Egypt, I'm talking. I mean, the beginning of time. Yeah, it depends on how much you take. And the dosage is what's scary, right? If you take too much, you can kill yourself. There's no, it's not written in a book about your body weight and your height versus, the amount that you're taking. There's no scale. It's a guesstimate. When I was in high school, acid was everywhere. Well, cocaine's got a new risk now that they're using fentanyl to cut it with. When I was doing cocaine, it wasn't cut with fentanyl. We weren't dealing with fentanyl in the 80s, all right? But I got into trouble with cocaine. I was doing too much of it. There again, once you get into being excessive with anything, I think it can be bad for you. Yeah, you have to know where you're getting your drugs. Hopefully you're getting them from somebody sane and not a junkie that's living on the corner. You know what I mean? But with a lot of things that humans do, there's a certain amount of risk involved. I was watching Tragedy Tales the other night, and a 13-year-old was down in Brazil, and he skydived, and he didn't know who packed his chute, and it never opened. Well, the DMT, that was made by chemists, and once again, you don't know about the dosage. The positive effect of the DMT was that it was all over within 30 minutes, from start to finish. 30 minutes after, I was completely straight. All I did, I loaded a bowl with pot and then put the crushed DMT on top, fired it up. It left a really bad taste in my mouth for a couple days. It was nasty. The high was excellent. Short term, but excellent. I watched it literally strip everything fake from everyone that was in the room. They reverted to who they really were. So if you were immature when you smoked the DMT, your immaturity showed. It strips all the fake, all the phony out of people. And what you're left with is who they really are. An angry person would be angrier. A passive person would be more passive, right? The things that people try to hide from you in a friendship, it stripped them away, and you saw who they really were. It ruined my relationship. I smoked with a girl that I was dating, and when it stripped her away, stripped away everything that was fake about her, I saw her as being like an 11 or 12-year-old, and I couldn't date her after that. You know what I mean? It like ruined the relationship. She was of legal age, but when she smoked the DMT, all of her fake, I don't know, masks that people wear. Does that make any sense? It was a bizarre drug. And once again, no portion control. The good thing about that, though, was the fact that it was all over in 30 minutes. A lot of people put up a mask and wear a mask, and they don't want you to know who they really are. When the mask comes off and you see them, you might not like what you see. Personal opinion. But that's what DMT did. It was everyone that was in the room that smoked it instantly. I mean, before they set the pipe down, it stripped them of everything that was fake, and all that was left was the real person. I found it quite interesting, but I never did it again because I really disliked the taste. I'd much rather smoke a bowl of just some pot and get a nice, pleasant buzz. I feel like that's less harmful to the body. Good talking to you, Ethan. Stop by Monday through Friday. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Be safe, work hard, make your money. Do your thing, my brother. Come see me next week. I'll be here on Monday. Nice guy. Yeah, I need to get better at telling people to hit the like and subscribe button. I just, anything in moderation. Don't let anything go too far. That's my personal opinion. I'm not a doctor. Okay. All right. California's been heard from. Who's next? Jump in the chat. Say hi. You too, my brother. You too, Ethan. Nice to meet you. Today's first guest star, Ethan Hernandez out of California. Take care, Ethan. I'll look for you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. That's probably a reference older than Ethan is, but I said it anyways. Human beings are human beings. We all have faults. None of us are perfect. That's our proof that we're not AI. Okay. Take care, Ethan. Thanks for stopping by. It was nice to have you on the show today. A fine young man. This is what I like, is meeting people from all over the world. Whatever you guys want to talk about, it's fine by me. You guys are in charge. I'm just the host. Okay. One guy sitting on his couch looking to have a conversation. No set agenda. Yeah, I'm still on my Dr. Pepper today. I haven't gotten to the Gatorade, but it's sitting here. It's on deck. So what else do you guys want to talk about? What's on your mind? Yeah, I I have no set agenda for this show. There's no specific topic that we talk about. This week, I've covered a number of subjects. And I like it. Okay. If it was the same every day, I wouldn't like it. By letting the people in the chat dictate what we talk about, it changes the subject. It's nice. I don't know what's on your mind. I don't know what's on your plate. What are you dealing with in your life? What are your priorities? If you want to discuss something, get that Discord app from YouTube. That's all you need to be able to chat. Most people watch this show on their TVs. But if you want to chat, you're going to need your phone. You're going to need a tablet or a computer. Get that Discord app from YouTube. It's free. And then you can chat about anything you want to talk about. When we have enough people in the chat, we'll be able to do other things. We'll be able to have polls, and it's whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm not trying to put my thumb on the scale and say, oh, we have to talk about NFL football, or, oh, we have to talk about politics. Nope. That's up to you guys. You determine what we discuss. That's the way I designed this show. When I put it together in my brain, I thought, why not just an open chat room? Let people talk about whatever's on their mind. Back in the day, I used to get online and chat. And then at some point, I got busy and went to work. And I come back in retirement and I look and I can't find open chat rooms anymore. So I made one. Here we go. Whatever you guys want to discuss is fine with me. What part of the country are you in, or what part of the world are you in? We have a large international base. It's growing with this channel. I'm not sure where YouTube is marketing us, but I know that I've talked to people in 8 different countries. I enjoy that. An international base doesn't bother me at all. Some people in some foreign countries are limited as to what they can say online. Don't get yourself in any trouble with your government. If you're allowed to speak freely, please feel free. But don't get yourself into trouble if you have a government that frowns on. Not everyone has free speech. The United States, we have free speech. So I feel somewhat protected. But if you're living in another country, you must follow your laws of the land. I know that we've been talking to people in Indonesia, Turkey, Hungary, United Kingdom, Latvia. Who else? I'm drawing a blank. I'm spacing out. My apologies. America as well. United Kingdom, England, Latvia, Hungary, Turkey. Yeah. It's up to 8 countries. I think it gives us a well-rounded audience. I enjoy this show. I enjoy not having a script. Personal preference. It's my understanding with some of the newer TVs, you can chat right on your TV with your TV's remote. I've never seen one. And I'm not running out and buying a new TV, but it's my understanding most people chat with their phone while they're watching on the TV. I like it because you get to see me on the big screen, a little bit of eye candy for you. If you believe that, I got a bridge I can sell you. No, that's a joke. I'm not after your money. I'm not selling you anything, okay? Charlie, welcome. My favorite place to go? You ain't going to like it. I'm an old man, Charlie. My favorite place to go is in my bed. I love a nap. I ain't lying. I took one today. It's sad. When I was young, I was busy. I was on the go. I went everywhere and I did everything. And in old age now, I'm telling you that nap is the best part of my day. Stickity toilet? Never heard of it. Where are you from, Charlie? What part of the world are you in? Stickity toilet? Never heard of such a thing. I've heard of a toilet. Don't get me wrong. Stickity toilet. I have no idea what that is. Well, you got me to laugh. I appreciate you, Charlie. Stop by again. That's what this show is all about. I don't care what we talk about. It's up to you guys. The people in the chat are the ones that are the stars of this show, or guest stars, however you want to phrase it. Not me. I'm just the host. The people in the chat determine what we talk about. If you want to be able to chat, you got to go to YouTube and get that Discord app. It's free, just like this show is free. We can discuss anything you want to discuss. The only real rules are we got to follow the community guidelines established by YouTube. And if you're in a foreign country, don't get yourself into trouble with your government. I understand a lot of countries don't have free speech. Don't get yourself into any trouble. But in this room, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. What's on your mind, people? I've been talking about crazy stuff all week. I covered tariffs this week. I talked about liars this week. I talked about live and let live. Be friends with your neighbors. Nash, welcome. SP Ryder, how's it going? Turn around, why? What's behind me? It's a wall. and a couch. Turn around. Why? You want to see my long hair? Is that it? Hurry and look at what? There's nothing back there. Bro, hurry. You guys are crazy today. Yeah, a dude with an axe would be nice. No, he's not wiping out, it's whipping it out. You forgot the H. Go ahead, pick on me. I'll be your day shift whipping boy. Nash has got a sense of humor. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. SP Witter. I thought it was SP Writer, but there's no R, so SP Witter. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by today. Unfortunately, I don't fall for some of this stuff. I'm too old for that. You guys, where are you guys from? Nash, SP Witter, where are you guys from? Would you rather have $20,000 or get tortured in Bolivia? That's not really a tough question. Nash, you're a sick puppy. I think you found the right channel. You better like and subscribe, okay? You fit right in, brother. You fit right in. Walter Hartwell, white. Albuquerque. Albuquerque. I got an ex-wife that's from Albuquerque. I hope you're not a friend of hers. That's funny. Hey, I'll tell you what. This show gets very exciting when people jump in the chat. It does. Anything can happen. Anything can be said. Your ex-wife was a dude. Now you've gone a skirt too far. Hey, I got 3 ex-wives. The only thing wrong with being married 10 times is paying for the first 9. Now, that's personal opinion. Okay. Charlie's ex-wife is horrible. Everybody should know that. Be on the lookout for Charlie's ex-wife. Okay. Don't let her get you. Your ex-wife married my ex-stepfather. Now we're talking, SP Witter. Now we're talking. Would you rather never have to buy anything again or get eaten by a T-Rex? No, Charlie, I don't have any animals. And no, I wouldn't want to be eaten by a T-Rex. I suppose if you got to go, I don't know, live stream as you're going down his throat. I don't know. Well, it depends, Nash, what kind of animal you want to be. I'm into low maintenance beasts. I would rather have unlimited bacon than anything else. That's probably one of my favorite foods. I'm sorry, but when it comes to bacon, name one thing that doesn't taste better with bacon on it. That's my point. I'm in Michigan. There's snow out there. Charlie, your ex-wife, she'll never find you here. We're going to hide you out. No, I've never been to North Korea. I have met North Koreans. I met a married couple that defected from North Korea. They snuck out. They were nice people. The guy was a doctor and he couldn't get licensed here in the United States. Mao Zedong. You mean Mao Zedong? No, I'm not related. There's no Chinese in me. I've been in some Chinese. Oh, let's not talk dirty. If I were a body part, what would I be? The thumb. You look Vietnamese? I don't know how to take that. Is that a compliment or is that a diss? Tragedy. All right, Ryan's here. We're saved now. Mr. McGuire. Who's Mr. McGuire? You mean Mr. Magoo with the thick ass glasses? Hey, no, don't kick Tragedy out. He's welcome here. I was watching his channel last night. I watched, no, I'm not racist. You know what a racist is? A loser. Okay. I ate Mexican food the last 2 days. Does that count? Charlie's going nuts. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Charlie. I appreciate you today. Hey, you're always in the gang. If you jump in this room, you're in the gang. The social economic status of Uganda, in my opinion, it's piss poor. Okay. They all need a raise. I think Charlie and SP Witter are brothers. That's my hunch. What are you saying, Nash? What about you? I'm not leaving you out. Are you brother to Charlie and SP Witter? Hey, thank you. I appreciate you guys. It's nice of you to stop by. You're welcome anytime. SP Witter, you can hang out here. I'm not going to let anybody get you. Not in this room. Okay. I appreciate everybody stopping by today. Friday's always a good day. Hey, if you guys are up later this evening, I'll be watching Tom Grossi's Q&A. I don't chat with him, but I'm in there. I'm reading his chats. What kind of dog? That's Jason. Jason, what kind of dog? What kind of cat? Oh, wow. Arab colonialism? I'll tell you what, I was a Muhammad Ali fan. I'm kind of partial to the name Muhammad because of Muhammad Ali. Hey, the guy made an impact during my lifetime, you know, and I thought he was the greatest boxer of my lifetime. I really did. I was such a big fan. I don't know if you guys remember when he lit that Olympic torch. Man, I'm telling you, I was so proud of him. Jason, I don't get scared. There's no point in getting scared. When you get scared, you lose rational thought. In my opinion. I mean, feel free to jump in the chat and disagree, but where are you from, Jason? What part of the world you in? With your Arab colonialism dog named Muhammad. I like dogs and I like cats, but I don't have either. It's too much responsibility for me. I barely take care of myself. Okay. I like dogs a lot. I really do. When I was young, I used to have them. But when you get attached to a pet and you lose a pet, it leaves a hole in you. You know what I mean? You're never the same once they're gone. It's an attachment, and that attachment is a responsibility. That'd be like getting married again. In my opinion. Well, it's nice that the chat's been jumping today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. YouTube is sending me little notes and stickers telling me I got to tell people about that. I think people are starting to get used to me. Bazman, welcome. You're late. Show started 45 minutes ago, dude. We've been waiting on you. Not really. How's it going, dude? What's on your mind? What part of the world are you in? Are you a pet owner? That's the basic topic we got going on here is pet ownership. People got dogs and cats, and if dogs and cats could chat, then we would have a good conversation. It's what used to bother me about my cats is trying to figure out what the hell they were thinking when they did what they did. My cats were either pissed off or they were playing. They went from one extreme to the other, and they were still sleeping 20 hours a day. Hey, I'm saving this. I trim the mustache to keep it out of my mouth. Shouldn't that count? Geez, Baz, I don't come over and tell you how to dress. Well, that's my evidence. That's my proof that I'm really an old man. If I shaved everything off, you guys would think I'm young. If I cut my hair, you guys would think I was a member of society. Looks maxing? No. Xavier, welcome. How are you? What do you mean looks maxing? Oh, you want me to be prettier. I'll have my makeup artist get right on that. I don't have a makeup artist. You guys are funny today. All right, Dr. Pepper's gone. Now I'm doing the Gatorade. Electrolytes that keeps an old man running. At least that's what my doctor tells me. I haven't drank Coke since I was a kid. Seriously. I used to get a Coke, and then I would take Hershey's chocolate syrup, dump it in there and stir it up. Chocolate Coke. I loved it. I can't, Baz. I don't have any Cokes. I got Dr. Pepper and I got Gatorade and water. Probably. Look at Xavier just met me and trying to take care of me. I'm sorry, Baz. I don't have any Coke. I'm going grocery shopping on Tuesday. Maybe I'll buy a Coke. But you'll have to tune in on Wednesday to find out. Cocaine, I quit that in the 90s, dude. I can't afford that crap no more. And besides, it's dangerous nowadays. They're cutting it with fentanyl. When you're buying Coke nowadays, you don't know what the heck you're getting. In the 90s, I had a real problem with cocaine. It took me a while to get off of that. Bent by Fent, woo baby. My secret is out, huh? Xavier knows that I'm smoking. Hey, this is not a bong. Okay. I appreciate it. Bongo Joe. The Bob Marley. I like me some Bob Marley. I haven't had any Jamaican weed in a long time. That was years ago that we used to smoke the Jamaican. Years ago. I wonder, I mean, I'm in Michigan and crap's legal. I wonder if I go to the dispensary if I can get Jamaican weed again. The best weed I ever had was Thai stick. You're probably not old enough to remember that. That was during the Vietnam War. No, this is an ice-free. No, that's not an ice pipe. That's, what is that? It's just good old-fashioned herb, man. My brother grew this. I've been smoking it for years. Do I hit carts? I don't hit nothing, Xavier. Is that Javier or Xavier? I'm thinking now it's Javier. No, I don't smoke carts. I smoke pot and cigarettes. I gave up all the other stuff. It was too hard on my body. It's like drinking beer. It takes a physical toll on your body to do some of this stuff. Carts or pot? I'll have to ask people about that when I go to the dispensary again. Oh, distilled weed. Well, then you're vaping that, right? You're not smoking it, you're vaping it. I don't vape anything anymore, and I'll tell you why. It puts moisture in the lungs, and that moisture in the lungs is not good. In my opinion. The best thing you can do with your weed is store it for a solid year. When it ages, it gets better. It improves over time. Away from sunlight and away from air. Javier, I'm happy with the buzz I get from smoking herb. I really am. A mua? Mua. Never heard of it. Well, that's the problem with being an old man. All right. When you're an old man, you don't know what the hell people are doing out there nowadays. You guys got drugs that had never been invented when I was doing drugs. Mua meds. Get one next time you go to the dispensary. All right. Weed is good for me, and I'll tell you why. I use it as a painkiller. It doesn't alleviate your pain. It makes you not care about your pain. That's good self-control. Anything is probably all right in moderation, but anything that you go and you overdo it, it's probably going to turn out being bad for you. Baz, man, you're so corruptible. Okay. No. Don't blame your weaknesses on me. No, I'm not selling cigarettes, okay? I'm not selling pot. If you're smoking, that's on you, brother. But I appreciate you lashing out and blaming me. That means I'm number one. You guys are hilarious today. Oh my goodness. It's really cheering me up. I got to tell you. Hey, if you need a day shift whipping boy, I'm right here. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A free show. Well, it depends on what kind of pipe. If it's a metal pipe, I'd say no pipe. If it's a glass pipe, I'd say okay. The bong is always good. It cools the smoke. The joint, Take it or leave it. Depends on what kind of papers you get for the joint. Remember, whatever you're putting into your body, that paper matters. You want something natural, in my opinion. I have several pipes, but they're all glass. I stopped doing metal pipes years ago. I go by ghosts mostly. Back in the day, I used to have a band, and we wrote a lot of songs, and I didn't want the band to ever owe me anything or ever have to put my name on anything. So we came up with the moniker Ghosts Mostly. I was a ghostwriter for them. When I saw this project coming, I just took that same alias and pulled it forward, and I created Ghosts Mostly Media, LLC. Yeah, see, a bowl is what you put cereal in. I understand. I know. Some of my stuff is probably going to be outdated for you young people. I noticed a distinct difference between a glass pipe and a metal pipe, and the metal pipe seems to put a taste. A metallic taste. And I just determined, I don't think that's good for me, so I'm not going to do it anymore. I am both. I have 2 pair of glasses. Thank you, Javier. Stop by again. Appreciate you, brother. You're always welcome. Oh, I have 2 sets of glasses, the exact same frames. One is for distance, and this pair is for reading. I need them in order to read the chat. Reading, not breeding. Now, Baz has got something else on his mind. I'm not sure what. I need both sets of glasses. I'm getting old. I'm 68. Okay. Distance, not so good. Close up, not so good. I don't chase ladies no more. I learned my lesson. I'm divorced 3 times, brother. No, you cannot have half my shit. I'm not giving up half of what I own ever again. You buy me a ring and come up shooting with a prenup. I ain't doing it no more. Every time I bought a house, I got a divorce. It's just not right. I used to call it the Vegas upgrade program. That's what these women do. They marry a guy that makes 50,000, and then they cheat on him with a guy that makes 100,000, and they cheat on him with a guy that makes 200,000. Right? Personal opinion. That's all I can offer from my own life experience. But I ain't chasing no girls no more. I'm tired. Not worth it. in my opinion. Now, if I was that conscious about my appearance, I'd probably go and get contacts. Hey, I can resist anybody's good looks. Are you kidding? I'm made of steel. And if you believe that, I do have a soft spot for brown eyes. I'll tell you that right off the jump. I like brown eyes and I like green eyes. I don't know why. But I notice both right off. I'm like, wow, nice eyes. That's what I think. I don't say it. I'm figuring I won't get a haircut ever again. What's your opinion on long hair? I figure if I get a haircut, that gives me another chore. Every 4 to 6 weeks, I got to go get another haircut. I don't need no more chores. So I ain't cutting mine no more. It's just going to grow. My neighbor did offer to braid my beard. I've been considering that, but I'm not going to trim it. Well, when it starts sticking out sideways, I trim those off. Well, I don't want to look too scruffy. I gotta. If I start looking too scruffy, my kids will put me in a home. They'll think I need someone to take care of me. I don't want my kids to put me in a home. So hey, I'm clean. Mandy, nice to meet you. I'm Ghost. Ghost mostly. As in the media company, you probably heard of them. They've got a show on YouTube Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mandy's an interesting name. Is that a shortened version of something else? Oh, I don't give out my real name. If I give out my real name, then people are going to accuse me of trying to sell my book. I'm not trying to sell anybody anything on this. Your nickname is Double D Mandy? Oh, man, I was looking for an A cup. Gosh, darn it. Well, another disappointing day. I'm only teasing. I respect a good set of double Ds. Pull them out of your armpit, put them in a slingshot so that they stand up and talk. Sick humor, I know. I'm not a boob guy. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I'm an ass man. I'm kidding. I'm sure your body is more than adequate, dear. I am positive of that. I'm positive. How'd you get the name Bazman? I understand now why you got the D on there. But how'd you get Bazman? That's interesting to me. It's kind of like Superman, Bazman. Ah, okay. When I get off the stream, I'll look you up tonight. I'm gonna be on the computer because I'm gonna be watching Tom Grossi. So I will look up your profile and see who you are, Baz. You caught my attention. You can email me. If you email me, I might be more likely to give you my real name, but just be assured I'm not trying to sell you anything. And if you Google my real name, my book comes up, and I'm not trying to sell my book on this show. I don't want people to get the wrong impression. This is a free show. No, you don't want to buy my book. No, save your money. I don't think so. It's not that kind of book. There's no pictures. But I appreciate you just the same. I really appreciate your sense of humor. You seem like a nice person. If you send me an email, I'll respond. But I can't do it in the open chat. I can't do it on the show because I got to leave the show up online forever. It actually becomes intellectual property. After I die, it'll belong to my sons. Every once in a while, I come up with something good. Yesterday's show was particularly good. I liked it. I watched it. I liked it. I didn't like some of the stuff I saw that I was doing, but I liked what I said. No, probably about 7:30 I get on Tom Grossi's Q&A. And generally while I'm on there, I'm bouncing around the internet. Oh, Mandy, I would want you to be in control at all times. You're in charge, Mandy. It's just the kind of guy I am. I don't need to control. I have no desire. I also have no desire for added responsibility. The responsibilities I have right now are overwhelming enough. What do you do for a living? I'm guessing you're a nurse. Shot in the dark. I would say definitely medical profession. I've known a lot of nurses in my day, and they were all rather kinky. Okay. You're aggressive enough. I'm thinking an ER nurse, actually. Shot in the dark. I'm also wondering, yeah, well, we'll talk about it another time. I'll look you up tonight. I'll look up your profile. I can't change, unfortunately. Many women have tried. Yeah. They all eventually got pissed off and left. I was, in my youth, I was somewhat wild, and no one has ever been able to control me. Unfortunately, I never was a believer in self control either. I can guarantee you I'm a very unique person. You've never met anyone like me in your life. I left home at 13. I spent 5 years hitchhiking around the country, settled in Vegas, raised 2 children. Now I'm retired living in Michigan. And I'm not big, I'm a little guy. I would say, well, I think I'm shrinking now. So I'm probably 5'6 3/4", 143 pounds soaking wet. And unless I'm on TV, I don't wear clothing. The 5 years I spent hitchhiking around the country was so I could see what was in the country. The internet hadn't been invented. You couldn't just pull up a picture of Florida and see what Florida looked like. I had to go to Florida to see what Florida looked like. Different times than nowadays. Nowadays, you don't ever have to leave your apartment. You don't. Everything you want to see anywhere in the world, there's generally a camera on it and you can look at it. My youngest son called me on a satellite phone. He was in Costa Rica and he was watching a volcano erupt. It was about 20 miles away from him. I got the name of the volcano and I searched it. There was a live camera. I was able to watch the live camera while I was on the phone with my son. We were watching the same volcano. So do you tell me, why would I ever have to go to Costa Rica when I can see everything that's there without having to leave my living room? The travel isn't that necessary anymore. You can travel, but it's not required. You can pull up live cameras all over the world nowadays. It's ridiculous the amount that you can see. They're hazel. And I know I need to get another camera, but this one works. All these wrinkles, that's just the roadmap to the life I led. No. You've never had direct contact with a TV star before. That's all. You're hilarious. I'm glad you stopped by today. It's a pleasure to meet you, dear. I was looking at some of Tom Grassi's analytics last week, and in the online chat, it appears that the men outnumber the women by almost 10 to 1. That would mean that just simply by getting in live chat rooms, you're conversing with more men than you realize. Yes, but I'm visually stimulated. I don't know why a lot of women that I've met in my lifetime were not visually stimulated. Men appear to be more visually stimulated than women. I can't say that all these women were telling me the truth, but my third wife, she used to like to read romance novels while I went down on her. I thought it was kind of bizarre, but okay, whatever trips your trigger just tickles me plumb to death. She was reading. I don't know how that was stimulating. I basically, other than having to go out and deal with society, I am basically a nudist. I would rather keep my apartment at 80 degrees and not have to wear clothing. Personal preference. But I don't have kids around or anything like that anymore, You get a certain amount of freedom living on your own. No, not going to happen. But it's okay. It's nice to think about. I could be the best 2 minutes of your life, which is not good when I'm on a 2-hour show. I have a warped sense of humor. I was in the table games department in Vegas. I worked at casinos, blackjack, craps, roulette. 33 years. You had a shot to see me face to face. All you had to do was go to Vegas and find me. But you didn't show up. Gosh. I'm teasing. But I really was there. I figure since I started this, I figure that it's just a matter of time before I run into someone that I used to deal to. During that 33 years, I met probably close to 1 million people dealing blackjack, craps, and roulette. Sooner or later, one of them's going to see me and recognize me and say, hey, that's my old dealer. I can't believe all those people are dead already. So just a matter of time. But if you watch all these shows that I've done here, I think I'm like 100 days into this or something. There's probably, I don't know, 70 or 80 vids online. You'll probably learn a lot more about me than I want you to know. I don't know, this face-to-face stuff, you know, that's a little tough. I'm an ass man. Like it matters. Oh, you want to live stream it? that, that might be against the terms of service with YouTube. I mean, their community guidelines are relatively strict. I think they would draw the line at something like that. I've never understood this being discreet stuff. My face is the only thing I show on camera. I don't know. Can you read my mood without being able to see my eyes? Yeah, you remind me of a girl that picked me up hitchhiking in Rock Springs, Wyoming. And she picked me up in Rock Springs and we drove to Omaha, Nebraska. She was a nice girl. I remember because that was the first night I had ever seen the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis. It was gorgeous. Yeah, I couldn't stay in Nebraska. I had to keep going. I hitchhiked around for 5 years and I met a lot of people. That's a fancy way of saying I was homeless for 5 years, but I used to hitchhike into a town, go in, get a job for 2 weeks, and then leave. I liked hitchhiking. I liked it a lot. I was thinking maybe someday I'd try traveling again in my retirement here, maybe get an RV and cruise around the country. I saw some really cool stuff. Probably, I don't know, probably some great memories in there that I should go and revisit, see some areas again. I prefer the D's, but we'd need to be in an RV. I don't know. I was thinking maybe 2 years. I'd just tool around the country. If I set it up right, I could take the podcast with me. $27? Oh my God. I hope my sons aren't watching today. They're going to give me a rash of shit. I ain't lying. My 28-year-old son is single. Would you like me to set you up? Both my kids still live in Vegas, but I'm in Michigan. Oh, well, then you want my older son. He's 51. He's single too. Well, he's dating a doctor, though. You still never answered me about what you do for a living. Yeah, I ain't forgetting. I'm guessing nurse, RN. I'm thinking registered ER nurse. That's my guess. I don't know. I suppose you could be in sales. Let's see. Yeah, no, not sales. Maybe real estate. Real estate sales. Real estate sales or ER nurse. I don't know why I got both of those in mind, but I do. It's what I used to do in Vegas. When my customers came and sat at the table, they used to guess where they were from and what they did for a living. Well, some of them would give you verbal clues, but you don't appear to be doing that. So Now I'm thinking, well, you could be a police officer. Yeah. Cops are very secretive. I'm just saying. Yeah. Ah, okay. I understand. I know how that goes. I know a little bit more about that than you would probably think. I have 3 porn movies that have been selling online for 25 years. I probably know a little bit more about that industry than you think. Yeah, probably number 4. I've never been to that website, to be honest with you. Would that be your 4th video of the day or 4th of the week? Isn't that some live streaming? Don't you do live streaming as well? You've got an active imagination. I'll give you that. I think that will help you in your line of work, my dear. Trying to think of what the name of that joint was. Trying to think, Mandy. I can't remember the name of the outfit that's still selling the videos. Got it. Homegrownvideo.com. Out of San Diego, I believe. Volume 514. Volume 523. And I'm thinking about volume 536. I'd have to, yeah, I really don't remember. I know the 514 and I know the 523, but I'm thinking the 536 as well. Yeah, evidently I was popular back in the day. It's too bad I don't get residuals. $514's the one you want, dear. I'm telling you. But I think 536 was the one where we got the cover. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think. Yeah, I should probably get some digital copies of that for myself. I guarantee you I'll have six-pack abs in that video, in those videos. I don't have a six-pack anymore. I got a one-pack now. Old age-itis. That's very interesting. I don't know what to say. Ghost Mostly 2 at gmail.com. That's my email. I've never checked it before, but that's what it is. Yeah, I was in the adult entertainment industry in excess of 25 years. I used to be pretty. Now I'm just pretty old. Fridays are always the best shows. I don't know why. For some reason, the best show always appears to be on Friday. It's the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday shows that drag a little bit. But I hope that you get to finish, dear. It's important. In my opinion, the finish is everything. Yeah, you guys made my day today. It just warms my heart when people get in a chat. I like it. Well, I think Mandy's gone. I scared her off. She ran away. Yeah, she was nothing but trouble anyways. Oh, did you see the way she was looking at me? I didn't see the way she was looking at me. It's been a good week. Monday's show should be good, except if the Lions lose. If the Lions lose, you got no guarantees on Monday's show. I mean, I could be in a bad mood. You never know. If the Lions win, I should be in a good mood. So it might be a good show. Who's to say? Yeah, I've never checked my email since I started this show. Well, I figure I might get some, you know, haters or something in there. I'll maybe tonight I'll check that email. I'll see what's going on. We'll see. Yeah, it'll be a disappointment. I'll check it and find out that no one ever sent me an email. It'll be a disappointment, I'm sure. I posted it somewhere when I was setting this channel up. I know I did. I just don't remember where. Well, it's like I created a Patreon page. I never activated it, but I created it, you know. I'll have to look into that stuff. I'll probably spend most of the evening on the computer tonight. Probably. No guarantees, but you know. We'll see. See how it goes. The show is starting to wind down. We got 12 minutes left. That means I need to tell you about the show. Afternoon chat, Monday through Fridays, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A free show. There's no midstream ads, no sponsors, no commercials of any kind. I'm one of the few people you can find on TV that's not trying to sell you anything. I'm not running for political office. I'm not coming out with a line of merch. This show is so I can meet and talk to people. As far as I'm concerned, the people in the chat are the actual stars of the show. Not me. I'm just the host. The guest stars today filled the chat. It was nice. Eventually, this show is going to take off. YouTube is putting us in front of more and more people each week. I'm trying to be dependable, trying to be reliable. I do plan on taking Christmas Day off so that I can watch my football team play. Other than that, and that's the 25th, right? Christmas Day is the 25th. Other than that, every Monday through Friday, this chat room is going to be here. Jump in, voice your opinions, talk about anything you want to talk about. There's no script, there's no set agenda. The only real rules are we need to stay within the community guidelines that YouTube has previously established. It's the only platform I'm streaming on, so let's not piss them off. Okay? I don't care what we talk about. You guys are in charge. I'm just a placeholder and a little bit of eye candy here. The structure of the show is just a basic template. The people in the chat determine whether the show gets exciting, whether it gets funny, whether it gets sad. You don't have to agree with me to enjoy this channel. Everyone will be welcome in the chat, whether you agree with me or not. This is an inclusive channel. Everyone is welcome. It's not an exclusive club. I want everyone to feel comfortable to speak their mind. The only thing you can do wrong in here is not have a good time. Everything else we can fix. I appreciate all the viewers. I appreciate all the people in the chat today. It really made my day. The show went fast. I do need to ask people to like and subscribe. According to YouTube, that will help the algorithm to sort us out. I'm not asking you to do anything that will cost you money on this channel, on this show. It's always free. It's been a good show. I've enjoyed talking to everybody. We've had some real laughs today. Had some people with a sense of humor today. It's nice. My personal philosophy is you must be nice to everyone all of the time. That kindness, that niceness, if you send it out, it will come back to you tenfold, in my opinion. That's all I can offer you. One guy's opinion sitting on one end of his couch. I have a live and let live philosophy. All human beings are basically the same, but at the same time, we are all unique individuals. We need to listen to each other. We need to be tolerant with each other. We need to be patient with one another. You don't know what the other guy's going through in his life. You don't know what he's dealing with. You don't know what's on his plate. So don't sit in judgment over him. Try to be the most patient, understanding, and caring person in the room. Let other people speak their opinion freely. Don't chastise them for it. Respect them. Respect their opinions, even if they're different than your own. This is my personal belief. If we have a more tolerant society, there will be less confrontation. With less confrontation, we will have a better quality of life, in my opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. All opinions are welcome. From an international standpoint, don't get yourself into trouble with your own government by what you put in the chat. In the United States, we have a freedom of speech. I can say anything I like. But my government isn't going to chastise me for what I say. Like I said, don't get yourself into any trouble with your government. Some countries police live chats. Just be aware. We don't want anyone to suffer any hardship. We don't want anyone to come to any harm, ever. This show is set up so that everyone has a right to speak their peace of mind. You'll find that I'm very protective of the people in the chat. I'm not going to let you chastise them. They have a right to their own opinion. If we lived in a more tolerant society and we all got along, we would all be much more successful. In my opinion. And that's the only perspective I have. I look forward to the day when you're in the chat expressing your perspective. Your opinion matters. I want to thank everyone for the show today. You made my day. I'm going to have a pleasant weekend. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Stay happy. Stress is killing people all over this planet. Don't let it hurt you. A good way of dealing with your stress is to voice your opinion. Everyone has the right to be heard, in my opinion. My name's Ghost Mostly. Afternoon Chat thanks you for your views. Please like and subscribe if you could. If you can't, don't sweat it. We will. Okay? That said, I want everybody to have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday at 3. Be nice to everyone. You're going to like the end result. Bye.